And so as you see, I highlight, usually what I'll do is just highlight things. Obviously, I'm going to highlight the telephone number, but if there's anything that kind of identifies the user that sticks out, you can get aliases and things like that. It appears to be their full name on this highlight. So essentially, I highlighted Justin T. Johnson 123@gmail.com.
Okay, that's the Apple ID or Gmail account.
Correct.
Or to the phone. We got that. That's the Apple ID or Gmail account for the phone.
Correct.
And target number 236-1625.
Correct.
As you look at certain text messages within a certain time frame, is that correct?
That's correct.
If you flip the page to the next, you see one of those?
We do.
All right, tell me what we got here.
So right here we have on November 16th, 2021, at 6:10:31 p.m., we have Treon Ingram sending a outgoing text, which is a photo of what appears to be like a white Mercedes-Benz. And then this was actually pulled from Treon Ingram's cellular device. So this was a text message on his device.
Day before the murder?
Day before the murder.
Outgoing from Treon Ingram?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Day coming to Justin Johnson's phone.
Correct.
And you pull it in cell right river program you're looking at, this is what it sort of comes up as, is that correct?
Correct. It looks like it would your regular phone, but on the side, as you can see below it, now we'll have just the information associated with that text message.
And here's a blown up photo, is that correct?
Correct.
And that is at 6:10 p.m. day before the murder.
Day before the murder.
All right. Next.
This will be November 17th, 2021, the day of the murder, at 2:58 a.m. And it's a outgoing text message to Treon Ingram. And it's going to be a location drop. And then the location that was dropped is going to be 1168 Bradley Street, Memphis, Tennessee, 38111.
From Justin Johnson's phone to Treon Ingram, 2:58 a.m. the morning of the murder.
Correct.
Do you know this address, 1168 Bradley Street?
Yes, it's to the left of 1174 Bradley. So if you're, I think it's if you're facing it. Yeah. So I think it's like that. It would be. If you're facing 1174, it's going to be right there to the left.
And what's the significance of Bradley Street and or those addresses?
So 1174 is the actual driveway where the white Mercedes-Benz was found, but I think it's kind of that driveway sits in between both houses.
And you say drop the location. That is Johnson sending a location to Treon Ingram at 2:58. It's that Bradley location.
It's a location drop. Actually, when you look at it from the map, it's kind of it looks like he just dropped his location.
Okay. Like this is where I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Next slide. Now this is not pulled from the phone. Is that correct?
That's right.
Just to put the slide we just saw in context.
Correct.
3:16 a.m. For the record, this is a video that has already been played at trial as part of Exhibit 5. Where is this at?
This is going to be the Valero gas station at 853 South Highland.
And what is the significance of the two cars highlighted?
There's going to be the white Mercedes-Benz and the Q40, or I think it was an Infiniti. And essentially, I was using it to match up for the location drop. So we're trying to figure out the call, with those, I think the call logs we were able to track to see where they went after that.
Bradley location drop, and
Correct.
some 18, 20 minutes later, you have a white Mercedes and the Infiniti at the Valero gas station.
That's correct.
And the individual who enters the store here, who's that?
That's true.
You can proceed to the next slide.
And then this is going to be a zoomed in still shot for the surveillance video. We were just trying to see if we could get a better view of where we were told they met, just near some air pumps or something on the back end, and that was at 3:22:19 a.m. And that was about as good as we could get as far as zooming into the photo.
And is this the individual who gets in the Mercedes and drives away?
That's correct. They kind of do like a switch, like one gets out, the other gets in. It was just very hard to tell distinctively who that individual was.
Absolutely. Would you agree that it's impossible to tell from even the zoom in who that individual is just from the picture?
No, maybe that they have gray pants on. It's fine.
Next slide. 10:51 a.m. Is that what we're looking at?
That's correct. 10:51 to 10:55. And this is going to be on November 17th at 10:51 a.m. And this is a still shot photo of Justin Johnson wearing a blue hoodie, gray sweatpants, and black shoes with white stripes in the Bass Pro Shop hat. And it looks like it's going to be his daughter just standing. You can barely see her to the left.
Were you aware through the investigation that he was living there across town?
Correct. Yes. And then the second photo, of course, is the white Mercedes-Benz.
And that is leaving the garage at 10:55. So, well, pretty much 10:56, 56 seconds. So 10:56 a.m. Is that good?
Correct.
10:54 a.m. So it's actually in that time period that we just saw. Is that correct?
Correct. Between that time. Justin Johnson, we found he places an outgoing call to Cornelius Smith with a 0 duration. So essentially, it was a missed call. So tried to contact him. There was no communication, no voicemail picked up.
Okay. Next slide.
11:56:57 a.m. We have an outgoing call to Treon Ingram from Justin Johnson, and that call was about 4 minutes. 4 minutes long. And then we have on November 17th at 12:04:32 p.m. we have an outgoing call from Justin Johnson to Cornelius Smith, and that duration is about 17 seconds.
And we are within 20 minutes, 21 minutes of the homicide, is that correct?
That's correct.
And that call you said has duration?
It's 17 seconds. And
12:23, is that correct?
Correct. So on November 17, 2021 at 12:23:06 p.m., Justin Johnson receives an incoming call from his mother, and that duration is 0, and that time frame was significant for me and the investigators because that was at the same time frame that the homicide was being committed.
And no durations, I think I just said before, nobody picks out no voicemail, just
No duration. And they actually had an abnormal completion code, which indicates, like, if you look at the service codes, that it had some kind of network interruption. That can mean nothing significant, but essentially he never picked up the call by the 911.
12:25 p.m. directly murder time frame or after, is that correct?
Correct. 12:25:40, Justin Johnson places an outgoing call to Anthony Mims, and it's got a 2-second duration, which appears probably to go unanswered.
So it's right after the homicide.
Correct.
Who's Anthony Mims?
That's Big Joe, one of the, he's like the number 2 on CMG record label.
And how's Big Joke identified in Justin Johnson's phone?
Under Joe.
That's Joke.
Okay, so here is 12:26:50 p.m. on November 17, 2021, and it's a FaceTime audio. So this is an actual identity lookup service. So what this was, essentially this was pulled from the file system. And so this isn't the actual FaceTime communication, and this because those were deleted. So they were missing from the call log. You can see though in the file system, the actual phone will access certain things. And so the only thing that was remaining, because you can delete and move things, but you can operate and manipulate your physical phone, but you can't get rid of anything on the file system. It determines when it's appropriate to get rid of it. And so the only thing we found was that there was some type of application with the FaceTime audio that was accessed by FaceTime, and then it identified telephone number 901-692-2767, which we were able to identify to be Anthony Mims' telephone number.
So this is about a minute after the call we just saw.
That's correct.
FaceTime audio, or FaceTime rather. FaceTime Justin Johnson to Big Joe.
Correct. Well, the interaction, we're not necessarily sure which direction, just that the interaction occurred.
FaceTime interaction between Justin Johnson's phone
Correct.
and Big Joe's phone.
Correct.
Okay.
It occurred. There's something that the phone accessed.
Great.
And then right here is November 17, 2021. You have at 12:39. So at 12:39:07, Justin Johnson places an outgoing call to Keanu Hooper. And then at 12:39:56, Justin Johnson receives an incoming text from Keanu Hooper. And then at 12:53 p.m., Justin Johnson places an outgoing call to Keanu Hooper. And the first call, which was at 12:39:07, lasted about 15 seconds. And then the last call, which was at 12:53 p.m., the duration was about 28 seconds.
And do you know who Keanu Hooper is?
His cousin, and that's the one, the apartment went to at the home.
Next one.
The next slide is the actual